Hello, agents. Welcome to the Ingress Insights podcast, hosted by PkmnTrainerJ. Ingress Insights aims to give you the latest news and updates about the Niantic Spatial game Ingress. Whether you're a veteran agent who has recursed 17 times or a brand new agent working to level 8, wondering what a fracker is, this is your place for the latest Ingress news and discussions. 2026 sees Ingress renewed under Niantic Spatial and many new campaigns to engage agents. So, plenty to discuss. Share any thoughts by checking our social media links. Now, over to Ada.
Additional intel available.
Hello, agents, and welcome to episode 155 of the Ingress Insights podcast. In this week's episode, we're going with the Orion Anomaly results, a new campaign we've got coming that's got possible lore consequences, and also a leak from a reliable source about a possible upcoming new feature in Ingress. Before we get into all of that, though, I'm just going to update you on my progress in game at the moment. So if you've listened before, you know that I'm currently level 15, gunning for level 16. And I'm currently on 15,852,504 AP out of the 16 million I need to get to level 16, and then recurse again. So it's probably likely I'll get that done at the start of next week, because it's not much AP to go on there. What is it, 148,000? So doable in a couple of days easily, even though I'm relaxing a bit. Then for the Nemesis campaigns that are ongoing, those run until the 1st of June 2026, 6 PM UTC as a reminder. So for Myriad, I'm on the third set of bounties. I need to hack any 750 portals. I've done 458. There's still another 15 days to go. So again, plenty of time on there. For Courier, I'm on the second set of assignments. I need to destroy 1,100 resonators. Personally, I'm finding this a bit tricky because there's lack of blue resonators and blue portals around me, so I'm relying a bit on finding Machina during my lunch breaks. And then I'm on the final stage of the Umbra Nemesis Redux, where I've got to deploy 999 resonators, and so far I've deployed 259 since starting that one. That one should be fairly easy. There's lots of blank portals, and portals need a few extra resonators on around me. It's just the destroying resonators one I'm struggling with a little bit, but hopefully I can at least finish that one off in the next 15 days and then get to the third sort of assignments for Courier, and then finally get that badge on there. If you're participating in these campaigns, it'd be great to know how you're all doing. You can always comment or send things in via Blue Sky, email, whatever is best for you. All the social media links are in the show notes for you to do that. Now that I've gone through that, we'll move into the Orion Anomaly results. This weekend, we had 2 anomalies happening on the ground, one in Sydney, one in Prague. One went super well for one faction, one super well for the other one, and one went terribly for both factions. Firstly, we had it quite early my time, the one in Sydney. So overall, that one, the score was 190.1 to Enlightened versus 89.89 points to Resistance. So the Enlightened captured that anomaly. It's worth noting the Go-Ruck Stealth Ops and Go-Ruck Urban Ops were cancelled on there, as they were in Prague as well. Then later in the day, my time, we had the Prague anomaly, and for that one, it was 89.1 points to Enlightened versus 190.9 points to Resistance. So the Resistance captured the Orion anomaly in Prague. I do have to discuss Prague because there were major lag issues at that anomaly. Agents were unable to do anything for a lot of it from what I'm reading on there. This was on all sides, so it wasn't one side was able to access things, one side wasn't, so it was still a fair anomaly in that way. But people are complaining about the lag on there, and the Ingress team did make a post about it, just to say that they were investigating it. So they said, we're aware of increased latency with game action and intel map updates and working to restore performance and stability. As you may recall, in early March, we pushed a series of server updates and moved to serve new platform infrastructure. Our team is actively investigating how these current issues relate to that migration. Thank you for your patience as we work to resolve these issues. Even if you weren't at Prague, it was all across the scanner affecting things on there, so people are understandably peeved about it. Like I say, it did affect everyone equally, so it's not like the result would have been any different in Prague, but we would think after many years, the Ingress team would know what they're doing, be able to sort out the lag, be aware that there's a lot of people playing at that time. And it was hoped that the migration they did in March would solve these issues, and it seems like it hasn't. So, yeah, I get why people are annoyed. I can't offer any solutions. It's something the Ingress team will need to look into on there and hopefully sort out. But I did want to raise it because it's a hot topic of discussion at the moment for agents about how much lag there was during the Prague anomaly. Also, even if you didn't attend the Prague anomaly, you may have a bit of a campaign within your scanner as a result of, I assume, some kind of bug on there. So for me, it says anomaly impact imminent, complete bounties for faction victory, exclusive on-site medal. It tells me I've completed that campaign, but then lists another agent name, and it also lists the Enlightener winning it at 49.9% versus Resistance 77.2%, which doesn't add up. And says I've completed no bounties, and I could upgrade the event on there if I want to, for like premium anomaly bounties. So yeah, it's shit's fucked basically. So hopefully the team managed to get it sorted out. But if you go on there, see another agent name on your campaigns, don't worry about it. You're not been hacked or anything on there. It's just a bug. Before we get into general Ingress news, I'm afraid you've got to endure an advert from myself. Hello, agents. Hope you're happily hacking away whilst I interrupt this podcast. I want to talk for a second about the TeePublic store that I run for Ingress Insights, which is over at teepublic.com/user/ingress-insights. I have been putting up quite a lot of new designs lately, which can get on socks, shirts, mugs, tote bags, to name just a few things. So for May, I've added quite a few designs on there. Some have sold already. So there's one which is a kinetic capsules shirt, showing an image of 2 kinetic capsules saying, I don't want to be outside, but these kinetic capsules aren't going to walk themselves, which I've seen already sell. One with a quantum capsule on with like a blurring on it to show that echo still remain of the quantum capsule. There's also one featuring a hypercube, which I was watching a certain film and then thought of it on there. It says phenomenal cosmic power ETBT cube for the hypercube. And then the final 2 new ones I've uploaded this month is one with a heatsink saying, why would you only hack a portal once? And then finally one saying only keys, showing the speed glyph on there, because obviously you only get keys with that speed glyph. Anytime new items get added to the TeePublic store, they are discounted for 2 days. So you can get them, for example, instead of £19, it's £13 for a shirt. Again, there's discounts on whatever you're getting on there for those 2 days because it's a brand new design. So I would ask that you just check it out from time to time. If there's a design that grabs you on there, or if you think there's something that is changing on design, do let me know. Finally, I'm trying to increase the visibility of the podcast on Apple Podcasts. So if you do listen on that service and you have a few moments spare, I would appreciate if you rate it and then leave me any feedback on there. That's it for this advert. I'll let you get back to your regular scheduled podcast now. On the 13th of May, we got an update from the Ingress team concerning the next upcoming campaign. And this is the Courier Files, which is linked to the ongoing Nemesis campaign that we've got going. It states, agents, Nemesis operatives have breached our local reality, and Hank Johnson has identified a specific pattern hiding within the noise. This isn't just interference, it's a system with a dangerous purpose. Your mission is to engage the Hank Johnson, the Courier Files campaign through your scanner to help us understand what we're dealing with. Starting May 22nd at 6 PM UTC, this investigation will be open to all personnel at no cost. Your actions in the field will drive Johnson, Myriad, and Umbra towards a necessary confrontation with the force none of them fully comprehend. Each pass you make through the campaign uncovers more of the truth. You're authorized to repeat this investigation up to 3 times to ensure all intel is recovered, as each assignment unlocks a piece of unique intel. Completing these objectives will secure 3,000 Orion tokens, directly impacting your season results and standing. You have until June 2nd at 6 PM UTC to finalise your operations. Top off your XM reserve, prepare for deployment. Our universe is counting on your performance to clear the noise and reveal the intent behind this breach. The team then shared the actual campaign details. So for each of these, you've got a few stages to do. You need to complete at least 3 out of these 5 bounties to proceed on there, and you get some Orion tokens for them as well. So for the first stage, the first set of assignments are earn 90 glyph hack points, claim 1 kinetic capsule program, deploy 25 portal mods, destroy 42 portal mods, recharge 250,000 XM. Doing 3 out of those 5 will let you complete the assignment, move on to the next stage. You can do more than that if you want to. and that'll earn you 400 Orion tokens for completing at least 3 of those. Then for the second assignment, you've got to earn 140 glyph hack points, claim 2 kinetic capsule programs, deploy 32 portal mods, destroy 66 portal mods, recharge 375,000 XM. And again, doing 3 out of those 5 at least will get you 600 Orion tokens to move you on to the next stage. And the third stage is earning 180 glyph hack points, claiming 2 kinetic capsule programs, same as stage 2, deploying 25 portal mods, which has gone down a little bit, destroy 75 portal mods, that's gone up a little bit from the previous one, and recharging 350,000 XM, which have then gone down a little bit, as I said. Clearing that stage will get you 800 Orion tokens. And then the fourth stage of the first set of going round on it is earning 275 glyph hack points, claiming 3 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 42 portal mods, destroying 130 portal mods, and recharging 400,000 XM. And completing at least 3 of those 5 will get you onto the being able to do it again, and will get you 1,200 Orion tokens. For the second and third go round over, there are no Orion tokens to claim, but I presume there'll be decent rewards on there and maybe some lore involved as well. So for that, you need to earn 210 glyph hack points, claim 3 kinetic capsule programs, deploy 55 portal mods, destroy 100 portal mods, and recharge 1 million XM for the first stage of the second go around on it on there. The second part of the second time around is earning 320 glyph hack points, claiming 4 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 75 portal mods, destroying 150 portal mods, and recharging 1.5 million XM. The third set of tasks for stage 2 is earning 750 glyph hack points, claiming 5 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 90 portal mods, destroying 240 portal mods, and recharging 1.8 million XM. So we're getting into high numbers now on this, so we're not even at the third set of going around. And the fourth one for stage 2 is earning 1,150 glyph hack points, claiming 6 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 150 portal mods, destroying 360 portal mods, and recharging 2.8 million XM, which is a lot of XM. Again, once you've completed all of those, you can then do the campaign for a third time where the numbers go up even more to some quite crazy amounts. So the first set of assignments for the third go on this is earn 910 glyph hack points, claiming 7 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 160 portal mods, destroying 270 portal mods, and recharging 1.9 million XM. The second one on there for stage 3 is earning 1,450 glyph hack points, claiming 8 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 230 portal mods, destroying 425 portal mods, and recharging 2.9 billion XM. Then for the third task for stage 3, that's earning 3,400 glyph hack points, claiming 9 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 390 portal mods, destroying 1,020 portal mods, and recharging 7 million XM. Just a reminder, you only need to complete 3 of these to move on to the next stage. You can complete 4, you can complete all 5, but you only need to do 3 to move on. And then the final set of tasks in the third go around on this free campaign is earning 5,100 glyph hack points, claiming 10 kinetic capsule programs, deploying 580 portal mods, and destroying 1,500 portal mods, and then finally recharging 10 million XM. We don't have any details on what that will involve on there, what the rewards are or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be a badge linked to it on there, but it does seem to be doing with the return of Nemesis, which was a big storyline in previous Ingress Anomalies. You'll see that from the previous Nemesis challenges, we've got obviously the Myriad, the Umbra, and the Courier. It's mentioned here about Johnson, Myriad, and Umbra. If you're a new player, you might notice that Courier is missing from that list, and obviously it's Hank Johnson investigating the Courier Files. I don't know if there's a spoiler based on an old anomaly, but Hank Johnson is Courier. So that was revealed in a previous anomaly on there that it was a Hank Johnson from the reality that was actually the Courier person in disguise. All these ones like Myriad and Umbra were actual characters within the Ingress storyline. I think this is the one that got stopped during COVID when we had to change things up because obviously people couldn't go outside and couldn't attend anomalies like we had before. So it may be a way of them picking this back up and progressing with that storyline on there to see what's happened, and maybe it stopped in one reality, it's now continuing in ours. I know some people don't like all the campaigns we're getting, but this is a free one, not paying anything for it, so you may as well compete in it. It seems like it's got some good challenges to do in there of reaching all those, and then you're getting 3,000 Orion tokens as well. And maybe we're finally getting some lore, so I'm quite looking forward to it on there myself. Outside of all the Nemesis and Courier and campaign excitement, we did have a small update to the Ingress app this week. So all it says is that expired campaigns are now moved to the bottom. Nice change on there. However, there's also a little thing that's changed in campaigns as well. So if you see somewhere where there's a +1 telling you get more than one item from whatever it is completing on there, if you tap that, you'll now be able to see details of what you're actually getting, the full details of everything you'll receive from completing that. Before, the +1 button didn't work, so it was a nice little fix on there. Aside from that, it does have some interesting things in that a reliable source has shared with me about a possible upcoming feature. I don't understand all of it, so I'm just going to share what I know with you and share some best guesses on there as what they'll be doing, and I'll get into that next. As I mentioned, squirreled away in this latest update is other information that someone has sent to me. If you've played Pokemon Go or Monster Hunter now, this might sound familiar. So in those games, you get either Professor Willow or Ree, I think the other Ultra Space person is called. And in Monster Hunter now, it's Qualili, I don't know how you say that, and the feline person that accompanies you, gives you a tutorial, tells you what you're doing. It looks like Ingress is going to get the same kind of thing on there, with Hank Johnson providing some details about the tutorial, what you should be doing as a little character pop-up, it looks like, from the Ingress anime. I think the team have realised that it's not quite clear when you'll be doing things and what you should be doing on there. So it looks like it will be related to what things to unlock at what kind of level. I do want to point out, I did raise something about this about a month ago. So I got AI to make me a quick little description of something. So in Pokemon Go, for example, it will say, hey, level 35, you unlock Wayfarer. Level 5, you can go into gyms, that kind of thing. And I posted up a thing just showing you've got to level 4 and you can now start using kinetic capsules. And someone replied there, odd Dino, just say, as someone that started playing as level 5, I confirm this is true because what is a kinetic capsule? So they didn't know what it was, and they'd already gone one level past what they needed to be able to get the kinetic capsule. So hopefully it is part of something to make it clear to players when they unlock things and what kind of levels on there. Maybe we're going towards something like level 17, maybe, hopefully, but I don't know. For now, it just looks like a tutorial that's to do with the onboarding on there to let you know what you get at what level. And like I say, it's accompanied by some character portraits as well. It might be something they use in future, like Pokemon Go, Monster Hunter now again, do for special research on there. Have the character pop up, have a text box that tells you some information. It's a nice little thing. I guess it's kind of expected now when people go through these games. So it'd be useful to know what's going on and when you're getting things at what level, and then maybe they could use it for, as I've suggested in the past, like season anomaly stories to tell you what's going on and what's happening, why you should care, rather than have to check out a giant blog post that's full of everything and very confusing about shards and jumps and all that stuff that's fine to new agents, fine to existing agents. New agents is just a lot of confusing jargon, so maybe it'd be a bit easier to put in the actual game directly, so you don't have to visit a blog that might change that's got an update that's somewhere else. Everything should hopefully be accessible within game on there. As I said, I don't know what's going to be involved in it and when it will roll out. Hopefully, it'll be the next app update on there, but maybe something they've just added and they're still fine tuning to see how it takes place. It won't really affect me because I'm obviously level 15, nearly going to level 16 again, unless they do something where they mention about the Hypercube being unlocked at the 5th recursion in the store. But I don't think they'll bother saying about that. But obviously, things like kinetic capsules at level 4, mission creation at level 7, portal scanning at level 8, recon slash OPR level 8, level 10. Don't know. I mentioned about recursion when you get access to bronze, silver, gold badges for the anomalies and the anniversaries. That would be useful to know. As I said, who knows what's going to happen with this feature? There's little bits in there. They may never use it. It may get scrapped like the whole wormhole thing we had before. But it's there. Hopefully they do something with it. I just want to share. It's a thing. It may be happening on there. On the 13th of May, Niantic announced the 2026 Q3 mission days. So most of these are at anomaly sites. So we've got 2 on the 19th of July, one in Helsinki, Finland, and one in Bogota in Colombia that are the anomaly mission days. That's followed by one on the 23rd of August in Seoul, South Korea, again, anomaly mission day, and the 23rd of August in Paris, France for the anomaly mission day there. The non-anomaly mission day ones are next, which are on the 5th of September. There's one in Oban in the UK and one in Ashikawa in Japan. And then on the 12th, there's one in Darmstadt, Germany. And then finally, we round off with the last 2 anomaly mission days. One on the 20th September in Singapore. And then the final one, obviously, on the 20th September as well in Denver in the US. So those are the Q3 mission days. I assume we'll get the Q4 ones, maybe kind of July kind of time on there. But those are them on there. You can attend if you are able to and get your mission day mill ticked up by 1 by going around exploring the city on there. It's always fun to do, and obviously you get a badge out of it as well. That's about it for the general Ingress news. There's a little bit of Niantic Spatial news I'll just cover quickly and get into that. Just a small strange update to round off the Niantic Spatial news this week. So there's a blog post that Niantic Spatial put up. Say Niantic Spatial's visual positioning system, VPS, assessed awardable on the Trade Win Solution Marketplace, which none of those words really mean anything to me. I'm going to read out the first few bits on there. Niantic Spatial, a leading commercial dual-use provider of geospatial AI technology, announced that it has achieved awardable status through the Chief Digital and Artificial Intelligence Office, CDAO, TradeWin Solution Marketplace for its visual positioning system, VPS. The TradeWin Solution Marketplace is the premier offering TradeWinds, the Department of War service designed to accelerate the procurement and adoption of artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, and capabilities. Achieving awardable status means that Niantic Spatial's VPS has been assessed through competitive procedures conforming to applicable federal acquisition requirements, and government agencies can directly engage, negotiate, and procure the technology. This means nothing to us for Ingress, but I have noticed on Niantic Spatial's events, they are attending a lot of like war and military operation events, whereas before they'd be attending like SXSW, AWE, things like that. So I guess they're kind of pivoting their VPS towards the Department of War's kind of aims. I don't know, it's a bit weird, but I wanted to share it because it's kind of probably going to be where their money is coming from. The present Chief Operating Officer at Niantic Spatial, Thomas Goecki, said our visual positioning system is built for environments where positioning matters most, in dense urban areas, contested environments, and where satellite signals can't reach reliably. We're looking forward to ensure that defence agencies can move quickly from evaluation to deployment. I said it was a bit of a strange one to end on, but it is. So I'll link to that blog post if you do want to look through it on there and get more details on it. But as I say, ultimately, it doesn't matter to us as Ingress agents. It's just that being aware where some of Niantic Spatial's money is now going to be coming from, I guess. That's all for this week, agents. So we've got new things to look forward to, new campaigns. We've got the Anomaly ongoing, and we've got new ones coming up later on as well. And then lots more to come. So hope you look forward to all. Happy hacking and have a great Sunday. Thank you, agents, for listening to the latest episode of the Ingress Insights podcast. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can do that in a couple of ways. So the easiest way to support the podcast is via Patreon. So you can find at patreon.com/Ingress Insights. And there's a free tier, a $1 a month tier, whatever that is in your local currency, and a $5 a month tier. You can check out what benefits those come with on the Patreon. One other thing you can do that's totally free that helps out a lot is rating the podcast on your podcast service of choice. So where you can leave a rating or leave comments, that always helps increase visibility. And then finally, you can follow us on various social media channels. We use most of them, but the best one to follow us on now is Blue Sky. So that's just ingressinsights.bsky.social. Search for Ingress Insights on Blue Sky, you'll find us on there. Finally, sharing the podcast with friends, family, other agents who want to listen and get updates, so it helps out and helps get interviews with various Ingress people or other game related people to then increase visibility more. So anything you can do from those is great. Thanks again for listening, agents. Have a great day.
Intel package transferred.